good shot. That's a great shot. That's gone for 6. Kapugedara.
Don't play cricket to play for Sri Lanka. Play cricket to perform and to be happy. One failure or two failure doesn't matter. They always stand by them. If you are not fit, you are not gonna play for a long time or you're not gonna perform.
Many people want their children to become a doctor or a lawyer. Seldom do they want to see people or their children going down this path.
Different people have different attitudes, different personalities, so you need to understand them properly before you leading anyone.
It's through the gap and they've won. Sri Lanka got 1-0 up in the series. Left it for the last Kapugedara.
I just want to worry about the present. I just want to be happy about the present. That's it.
We welcome you. As you know, on this program we are speaking about leadership, how to develop your leadership and how to fare in your journey that you have been going through in life. So today I have a very special guest. As you know, every week we get a guest and we have an interview with him and we get some leadership points out of his life and discuss how we can better our leadership abilities, skills that we have. So today with me is Mr. Chamara Kapugedara. Thank you, Mr. Chamara, for coming and joining us. As you know, he's a famous cricketer of our Sri Lankan cricket team, and actually now he is into coaching. So we are about to speak about lots of things about leadership, as to how he has fared in his journey, what are the skills that he has learned, and how he has managed to come thus far. So first of all, let me ask you the question. Can you just briefly explain how you came into cricket, how you became a coach, just a brief journey, how you have come thus far?
I started playing when I was 9 for my school, then played till under 19s in my school, Dharmaraj in Kandy. After that I played under 19 Sri Lanka, then I played the A team, Sri Lanka A team, then I got a chance to represent Sri Lanka and played about 12 years there. Then so I retired. Now I'm coaching Saracen Sports Club.
You also played in many other leagues around the globe, I assume.
I played in Bangladesh, India, and few other countries.
Now as you are a part of a cricket team, you have captained teams and you have been a part of the team as well. So let me ask this question. How do successful leaders lead their team? Very especially because when you look at a cricket team, there are bowlers, there are fielders, also there are batsmen, specific roles that they have. So when you look at a team like that, what do you think are the main characteristics that a leader should have to lead a team with such diversity?
I think the most important thing is how you understand your players, who they are, what kind of person they are, what kind of personalities they have. Different people have different attitudes, different personalities, so you need to understand them properly before you leading anyone. So that's one of the main things that we look at and we concentrate on.
Also, is there any challenges when leading a team, a cricket team, a different team? When you are leading those teams, is there any challenges that you encounter and how do you navigate through them?
Yeah, we face many challenges. Even though they are players and they play cricket, they have their personal lives as well. So they have trouble in those things, and we have to cope with those things. We have to help them. We have to guide them, and especially sportsmen, cricketers, they have their failures, their downfalls. So you have to help them with that, and you have to stand by them. You have to support them. So as leaders, you face many challenges with your players, with your staff, as a coach. So it's not easy, but long as you understand them and long as you stand by them and trust them, and long as they trust you, I think it's a easier challenge.
Excellent. Also, when we look at a cricket team or any other team for that matter, it is about getting the team to achieve a common goal, marching them towards a common goal and supporting them, helping them to achieve that goal. Now, how do you get a team? What are the tactics that you can use to get the team to go for a common goal? For example, in cricket, you chase totals or you have to defend a total. So, what are the tactics that you speak before defending or chasing a total? And how do you, when you're coaching also, how do you build them up?
I think before everything, they need to understand who they are and what their capabilities and their talents and all that. Once they identify and understand that, that's your job as a coach. You make sure that they understand what their roles are and what they're capable of. It's much easier to guide them. And as a tactic, I think before, I mean, not in games, but as a whole, we do a lot of team bonding events, and we make couple partners, like not groups, but two people. We give them challenges to do, and we build the group as we go. Like two people, then we add one more, and it becomes three. So eventually, they become they believe in each other and they become trusting each other. So you start from two people and you build up as a group. Then end of and in few months you get 15 people together and all of them are working towards one goal.
Excellent. I think so much of great tactics that you're sharing with us. Also, in a game of cricket or for any other team, for that matter, maybe one person's mistake can cost the whole team maybe the championship or the game. So maybe after such a game, after one person has made a mistake and that has cost the game, as a leader, how would you coach that person and also help the other team members to support this individual or to help him to come out of where he is right now?
I think as a team, we always accept our failures, each other's failures. That's one of the key points that we talk about. We need when someone else fails, you need to stand up for him, and you need to help him, and you need to cover up for him. So in cricket or in sports, you eventually fail one day. So we have to accept that. As a team also, we have to accept that and help each other. If you can fill up that gap that whoever has failed, as a team we can win. So that's one of the main things that we talk about before games. Even after games, if someone fails, in good teams, in good leadership, they support each other no matter what. So one failure or two failure doesn't matter. They always stand by them.
Excellent, excellent. And also leading a team, especially a cricket team, diverse players, there are coaching staff and all those. When you're leading a team, there is a level of stress that you have as a leader and also as a coach. So how do you manage this stress? How do you alleviate this stress? Or does this stress help you to do better? How do you manage the stress level that you're going through when you're leading a team?
Yeah, stress levels are high. So, I mean, you need to find something that you will be free and you need to take your mind off. Everyone has their hobbies. Everyone has their things to do when they are free and to take mind off. I have my own things, but different people have different things. So you need that time also. I mean, it's a hard job to do. You get stressed out a lot, always in a pressure situations. So I think it's important that you spend your free time or whatever time you have free, spend it wisely and spend it to make you feel comfortable, let your stress go and make you feel free. That helps a lot. I think whatever you choose, it has to be something that you are free. Like you don't have to tight yourself in or hold yourself into anything. You just have to let it go and make yourself free.
And also in cricket, discipline is of high importance. You can't become a better cricketer if you're not disciplined in your eating, the way you handle your physical exercises, then the way you handle your time. All that is scrutinized, and you have to be very disciplined. So how do you maintain that discipline? Is it easy, or what do you tell yourself? How do you inspire your team, your members, also to maintain that discipline? What sort of things do you tactics do you use in that?
Especially sportsmen this era, I think they need to be really fit, and the competition is much more high. So you need to be fit. So main things that we talk about is, if you are not fit, you are not gonna play for a long time, or you're not gonna perform. And with the competitions going on, it's not easy. It's not easy for you to stay out of diets and not doing any training and all that, and come back to the match and do well. So it's main things that we talk about is how important is your diet, your fitness levels, what you do off the game, and how you maintain yourself, uh, how you spend your free time. All those things we talk about, what you need to do, and to maintain yourself, to maintain and stay fit. So that's very important. As a sportsman, you need to be fit to play for a long time, and even in a game, you need to be very, very fit to perform and reach excellence.
Yeah. So how do you help them? How do you inspire them? Do you give them a plan, or do you show the importance of it to them? How do you bring these young players into a place where they will follow this discipline?
Yeah, most of the time we show a lot of documentaries about health and fitness, and we show them how important it is. And we do a lot of fitness sessions. We do a lot of cardio sessions. We give them all the insights that they need to understand how important that is. That's the main thing. They need to understand how important it is. Otherwise, they are not gonna do it. The main thing is you need to make them understand, and help them to understand how important fitness and everything is.
Yes, great. And also, looking at a cricket team, maybe there might be a batsman who is going through a lean passage where he's not performing, not much of runs. Maybe a bowler who is not bowling accurately and is going for many runs. And there might be people who go through lean patches like that. Now, as a coach, how do you encourage them and bring them back to their normal capabilities where they're performing well? What sort of things that you use as a leader to help them, to support them, and bring them back to performing well?
Yeah, main thing is I always try to understand how he is at the moment. Like when he is not doing well, what is his mental status, and how his emotional status is, and always try to help him and stand by him, not to let him down. Most of the time, what people do is let that person know that you are not doing well and you are failing. Rather than that, we are trying to encourage him and give him all the positives that he needs to get himself up and perform again and perform well. So that's important, I think, rather than pointing out the failures all the time, but try to guide him and support him, and especially mentally he needs the support that he needs. As a cricketer, when you fail, your mental status goes really down. So you need to stand by him and stay with him and help him to come up, and whenever we have to let him know that whatever you do, whenever you fail, we are there with you, and we are there to help you to rise up again.
Excellent. I mean, and also in a cricket team, you have to assess, because there are maybe more than 15 players in a pool, but you have to bring them down to 11 players. So then you have to continuously assess them and see who is the best 11 that I must fit into this team. So what sort of assessments do you do in order to select a pool of players from a pool to select the 11? What sort of assessments do you do? How do you select that 11? Are there criterias? Do they have to meet those criterias? Are there levels set for them to meet? How do you work around that?
First of all, we need to identify who our main batsmen are and main bowlers are, and then the all-rounders. So once you identify those three categories, it's easier for us to go into a match to pick a team. So we normally what we do is we assess conditions, we look at the grounds, we assess the opposition, and then we choose the team. So it depends on the team, the combination that we want to play, and the balance that we need to play. So according to that, we might do changes. That's how we do it.
And you bring understanding among the players that some might fit the 11, some might be left out. How do you prepare their mental to accept that?
Yeah, that's the important thing. I mean, sometimes some players are left out for few games and they are mentally tired and mentally down. So it's important for us to stay with them and talk to them all the time that you are gonna get the opportunity. When you need to perform and all that. So it's important that most of the things that we do is it's a mental thing. So we try to talk to them, we try to help them, and even during training we don't want them to feel left out. We want to get them engaged with every training session and everything we do. So those are the things that we do. We always try to keep the team together, whether you are playing in the 11 or not, whether you are in the 15. You try to keep the team together, and we ask all the players that are playing to help the other players as well who are not playing. So that's one of the important things.
Thank you very much. On a personal note, Chamara Kapugedara started as a player, but now you are a coach. So, did you always want to become a cricket player? Was that your ambition, your goal in life?
I think as soon as I start playing cricket, I wanted to play cricket for a long time. When I started, I didn't know that I'll play for the national international teams or anything. I just wanted to play cricket. I enjoyed it, and when I was playing for the school also, I enjoyed it a lot. So I wanted to keep playing, but I think luck helped me, and with everything, I end up playing for national team.
So, what was the support that you got from your parents, from your house? Did they support that? Because we know many people want their children to become a doctor or a lawyer. Seldom do they want to see people or their children going down this path. So, what sort of a support did you get in that area?
Luckily for me, my parents were always there for me. Especially my father was always there. He wanted me to play cricket, and he helped me. He was always behind me. He was the one who he was the main pillar that helped me. He was there all the time. He was going with me here and there whenever I want to go outstation, play matches, come to Colombo or anything. And even my mother supported me, so it helped a lot. Because when you're playing, most of the time you miss studies. You go off for a few months and you miss studies, you miss school, and so my parents never made me feel bad about it. They always tried to help me. They wanted me to study, but they always supported playing cricket, and not they didn't let me down by saying, you need to stop playing, or you need to get your things together and study. So that helped a lot.
So, did you ever think that this is a risk if you don't make it big time? What am I going to do in the future? What may my future look like? Did you have any uncertainty like that, or a risk involved, or how did you get through that phase?
Honestly, I didn't have any of those feelings. I just wanted to play cricket, and personally, I don't believe in thinking about too far ahead future, and worrying about it now. I just want to worry about the present. I just want to be happy about the present. That's it.
Great. The final question for this day: as Chamara Kapugedara, what would you want to say to the young cricketers who are budding up, who are dreaming to become future Sri Lankan cricketers? What sort of advice would you give them? And also very important for the parents of those children, what sort of a thing would you want them to understand?
For players, I think the most important thing, don't play cricket to play for Sri Lanka. Play cricket to perform and to be happy. If you are happy playing, then obviously you're gonna get your chances to play. So just relax, play, and enjoy your game. As long as you enjoy your game, you are successful.
And for the parents?
Parents, please support your kids, whatever they do, maybe sports, maybe some other activities, but whatever their talents, you need to support them, be with them, and let them know always that you are there for them. Some kids are not good in studies, but they are very good in other activities. So please support them. When you grow up, it's not all about studies. It's all about the other things that you do as well. So please support them, stay with them, let them know that you are there for them all the time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chamara Kapugedara, for coming today. In conversation today, we were with Mr. Chamara Kapugedara, the Sri Lankan cricketer and also a coach right now. And I hope you got so many insight about how to lead a team, how to face the challenges, how to inspire players, how to inspire your team, and also how to motivate them to achieve a committed target. So use this in your life, help it to become a blessing to you. And once again, we will be with you with another episode, with another leader, and pointing out few more leadership points from their lives as well. So thank you for joining with us. See you again in Talks with Nalaka.